Hey YouTube, I'm just going to not really do like a full how-to, but kind of like a instructional or informational way to make an X-Back harness. So this is an old X-Back harness that I made. It's too small. I made it too small. I made a mistake. So I have to make another one. So instead of buying one, even though they are pretty cheap, the cheapest one is probably on blackice.com, I believe. They're around 20 bucks for like a custom harness. So if you have 20 bucks, you might as well just buy it. But I'm being really cheap, and I'm just going to make my own since I can sew, so I'm just going to make another one. This one works really well. I'm not sure if you could tell. I'm looking at the screen on my new camera and it looks orange. This is actually red. It's very, very thin. Very, very thin. But it's also lightweight, which is a plus. I haven't had a problem with it ripping or anything like that, surprisingly. It did when I was sewing it together kind of like fall apart in my hands. So you have to be really careful when sewing this stuff. But actually this harness I made for $1. So you really can't beat that. This is just some stuff I had laying around. I think it was like a drawstring on some old shorts or something. Pretty easy, pretty simple to make. Just a little piece of rope, you could tie anything to that. So, really just as far as fitting the harness, you just want to kind of look at a couple videos just look up how to fit an X-Back harness, and I'll show you how it should fit. And just use a soft measuring tape, just a soft one. These are pretty cheap too if you don't have one. To kind of measure your dog, and to make sure you make it a little short. Put this on your dog loosely when you measure. Use it loosely. Don't, like, if you have a long-haired dog, don't bury it all the way down to their skin. Kind of let it sit on top, and just minus a couple inches. What I did a lot with this one was I kind of pinned it. You gotta be very careful when you pin stuff and then put it on your dog, but I do that a lot. Make sure your dog stays still so they don't poke themselves. Or you could use safety pins, would probably be better. But I don't have a lot of safety pins, but you could buy them at the dollar store too. So really cheap. I just haven't gotten them. So kind of test it out. I recommend using this kind of stitch, and I've actually gone over this probably 2 to 3 times. I know you probably can't see that, but it's been around. I've gone around and did an X. This one's a triangle, again around 2-3 times. This one actually looks like it's been around 4 times. I've made this a long time ago, so I took a break from doing scootering, and while my dog, I guess, gained some weight. But I'm gonna make another one. So I couldn't find this anywhere. What this webbing is like tie downs you get for like trucks or something. Just at the dollar store, it was a cheap. There's 2 rolls, and they came with the weird clip things. Just cut the clips off, and I used like 1.5 rolls. So even though I'm making mine bigger, I could still spend $1 and find this. I believe this was 99-cent store. I couldn't find it. I've been looking for like 3 weeks, can't find it. So I'm just going to hopefully make it out of this stuff. This is a Dollar Tree stuff. I just got this, and I'm just using leashes. I have 4 of them. I figure 4 is probably going to be enough to make a bigger one for my dog. So basically, let's see. This is a 48-inch leash. I think you could see that. 48-inch leash. They're large leash. It's not, let's see if I get my measuring tape. It's not 1 inch, which that stuff is. It's like, 3/4 inch, which I think is going to be fine because I'm actually going to put padding on this one. I didn't do it on that one, but I'm going to do it on this one. This is a thicker webbing, which is nice. So yeah, so this one's going to be $4, and whatever, I have stuff for padding, but of course padding's optional, although I think I do recommend it. It just makes it more comfortable for the dog. So I bought 4, and you get, when you take the stuff off, the webbing itself, I think it's actually like 50, I just measured it and forgot, but it's like 52, I think it's like 52 inches, or 54, yeah, I think that's what it was, 54 inches is this one. So basically what you're going to do is, you're going to take these off. Okay, so you're just going to, take it out of its packaging. So you have the leash. Alright, you can be really lazy and just take scissors and cut. This one you're not going to lose. You may lose an inch or two. Definitely an inch, maybe 2, if you cut this one off, just the snap off. But if you cut this one off, you're going to lose like 10 inches or something like that. So what you do is you take a seam ripper, which are going to be available at pretty much any Joann's. They're pretty cheap, I think. I have a couple, so I don't need to buy one. But it's just kind of like a little hook, and in here is a blade. So the best way to do this is to actually pull these two apart. It's kind of hard to do with one hand, but you just want to kind of like, it may take a while to kind of work it, to kind of pull it apart, but you just want to kind of pull it apart, and you probably can't see, but you will start to see, like this one's purple, so you could see purple thread. You'll be able to see purple thread, and you're just going to take the tip, the very tip, and you're going to just kind of hook it, that thread, and you're just going to push through it, and it'll cut it, and you just keep doing that until that's all done, and then you'll come off like this. So like, that's where the snap was. This is the small one. And to get that stuff out, you just use tweezers and pull it. This is the longer one. You could see how the strings are there. And you'll just take tweezers and kind of pull it out. And then you'll have a nice section of webbing. For right now, I don't know if they'll probably change it, but right now it's actually nice and thick webbing. It's not really that cheap feeling, but I guess it probably weather's not that good. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that for all, or the other 3, and since the whole sizing process is kind of long, I'm not gonna film it. So I'll probably just show you guys the finished product. So like I said, this isn't a full how-to walkthrough kind of thing. It's just kind of like, hey, this is really cheap, $1, the Dollar Tree for each one. So I spent like $4, of course tax, but $4 for this harness, and $1 for this one. If you can find the tie down stuff, it's going to be $1 for the whole thing, and I'm sure it'll pretty much fit any size dog. There's enough webbing in that for any size dog. This one, it's going to depend on how big your dog is. So just kind of measure your dog, kind of calculate it out, kind of guesstimate. You can always get more. The hardest thing is going to be finding if you're going to get more than 4, or even more than 2 or 3, it's going to be finding them in the same color. It's going to be hard. So yeah, well, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. And also, I will be posting how to train your dog to pull a scooter. Even though my dogs are somewhat trained, they still need a lot more training. So I'm going to kind of show how you would go about doing that. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.